Have you ever held your baby in your arms, stayed right beside them, and still felt as if they were lonely? It hurts because you're doing everything you can, feeding them, cleaning them, staying close, yet they still cry as if something is missing. The truth is surprising but real. Babies can feel lonely even when the parent is physically present. And most parents are never told why this happens. Today, I'll explain the emotional science behind this hidden disconnect, and how you can fix it with small, simple changes. Keycap 1: The silent disconnect. Let me begin with a short story. A mother sat beside her 4-month-old baby every day. She followed every rule: feeding on time, cleaning on time, maintaining routines. But still, her baby cried whenever she put him down. She wondered, I'm right here, so why does he feel lonely? The answer is simple. Babies don't just need physical presence, they need emotional presence. A parent may be beside the baby but mentally tired, stressed, or distracted, and babies sense this instantly. Their brain responds to eye contact, tone of voice, and gentle touch, not just closeness. When these cues are missing, the baby feels emotionally unsafe, and that emptiness feels like loneliness. To a baby, loneliness is not the lack of a parent, it's the lack of connection. Keycap 2: Overstimulation creates emotional distance. Parents often think loneliness happens when they leave the baby alone. But many times, it happens because there's too much happening around the baby. Loud sounds, bright lights, too many people, constant movement, these overwhelm a baby's nervous system. And when the baby becomes overstimulated, their brain shifts into survival mode, which blocks connection. They may cry even while being held, not because they don't feel you, but because they feel overstressed. In crowded places or loud environments, the baby's mind is searching for emotional peace, not more stimulation. They want your calmness more than your physical presence. When the world feels too much, they need you to feel just enough. Keycap 3: The busy parent gap. Modern parents are busier than ever, and babies feel this gap deeply. You may sit next to your baby, but if your attention is split between chores, work calls, notifications, or stress, the baby notices it instantly. For babies, connection happens through tiny, repeated moments: a brief smile, a warm touch, a gentle word, or a few seconds of eye contact. When these micro moments reduce, the baby doesn't understand you're stressed or busy. They only feel, why is she not looking at me today? This small emotional gap feels like loneliness to them. Babies cling, cry, or become fussy not to trouble you, but to pull you back into their emotional world. They are asking for connection, not attention. Keycap 4: Babies absorb your emotions. One of the most powerful things about babies is their emotional sensitivity. Even though they cannot speak, they feel your emotions deeply. If you're stressed, anxious, sad, or mentally overwhelmed, your baby senses it through your tone, body language, and energy. This is called emotional echoing. A mother may sit holding her child, but if her heart is heavy, the baby feels a strange emptiness. They cannot explain it, but they sense something is missing. To a baby, emotional safety is everything. When your mind is far away, the baby feels emotionally unprotected, even while you're physically close. This creates a quiet loneliness inside them, which they express through crying or clinginess. Keycap 5: Missed responsive moments. Babies communicate constantly, with tiny sounds, little smiles, movements, and facial expressions. When a parent responds consistently and gently, the baby feels emotionally connected. But if responses are delayed, rushed, or distracted, the baby's brain begins to feel uncertain. They may think, are my signals being Understood, and this slowly creates emotional loneliness? Responsive interaction doesn't mean constantly entertaining the baby. It simply means acknowledging their cues. When a baby coos, smile back. When they stretch their hand, touch them. When they make a sound, respond softly. These tiny interactions form the foundation of emotional security. If your baby feels lonely even when you're around, it does not mean you're doing something wrong. It means you're human. You're trying. And your baby already feels your love more than you know. Babies don't need perfection. They need connection. A few seconds of eye contact, a warm cuddle, a soft voice. These moments can fill the emotional gaps instantly. Sometimes, all your baby needs is you, not perfectly present, but emotionally available.